Hello there. This is Steam screaming activity. God damn it. Always want to say streaming. And I'm back with more Rogue Trader. As promised, I have turned up the difficulty to options. Hard, because, well, combat was getting way too easy. Let's see if this is more tolerable. So, we are back at Electrodynamic Cenobium, and let us explore what can be found here. A hard, uncomfortable Simonu meditation bed is equipped with neural ports to connect the sleeper to the monastery's cogitator network. Fighter's body is still warm, he only bled to death a few minutes ago. That is true. Oh, logic test. Can we pass it? 93%. So, by turning up the difficulty, I have turned up the difficulty of all the skill checks as well. So, we won't get the 100% skill checks anymore. They will be harder.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Good. But we still can open some of the doors. What do we have here? A symbol for the Omnissiah is inscribed on the wall, with grooves and electric discharges fanning out from it like a river. So let's collect things. Leather armor. Base armor +5. It's not that good, but this we gonna give to our friend Heinrix van Celox. So, inventory. There we go, because currently he has Biomancer's stuff. I would like to give him... Yay, charge staff. Let me see, yeah, it has 10 willpower bonus. This one has 10 willpower bonus as well, but I just like lightning better. And this one is just bad, so we should throw it away. Okay. Let us continue. Through the Cenobium.
Something ominous lurks ahead.
Yeah, I want to collect my loot.
Look, over there.
And extra loot. Not that we will need loot. Well, now trading this chapter anymore. We have almost gotten everything we want. So, what's this? What's this? The cultists were killed with a hit to the back from some kind of electric weapon. Good. And on the melodies of machine spirit and the ways of diagnostic divination. What else is here? A door with the mummified electro priest. Let's see, can we get anything out of him? No. What about the other one? Yes. The tech priest's... No, the wrong voice. The tech priest's body rests on a metal table, surrounded by sparking spirals of copper coil. A patina of scrod ungentus covers his withered flesh. His augmentics have been polished with great care. Intricate electoons cover the dead man's crossed arms and bare torso, and strands of wire envelope his head. Pascal respectfully bows his head before the dead man and carefully touches the shriveled body with the tip of his mechadendrite. Honored adherent, I thank you for showing us the truth of Fabricator General Pekrovar's maxim. Death does not end the service of a spirit driven. So, the Qs, we can still examine the body with 100%. Nice. So, yeah, it's 126% bonus. The body seems motionless, but you notice a slight tremor in the fingertips. This ancient servant of the Omnissiah must be data dreaming. His mind, enveloped in digital reverie, can persist for hundreds or thousands of years while his frail body is decaying. This sacred state of trance is a great reward only earned by the wisest and most pious servants of the machine god. Oh boy, such purity of color. I have never seen anything like it. Deep tranquility shrouded in cool white cloud. Such unity of thought and spirit. The dead are incapable of exuding such hues. Next to the table the body is resting on, you see small amulets crafted from burned cogitators circuit boards. There is no dust on these small offerings. They were clearly left here recently. Can you hear me, Tech Priest? The light in the crypt becomes a little brighter and sharper, and the smell of ozone fills the air. The wax on the ceiling comes alive and lets forth a Solomon binary carrier that turns into a crackling, somnolent voice. In this dark hour, I am ready to bring you good tidings, Tech Brethren. Now respond with the words of the second galvanic hymn. So, the second galvanic hymn is revered and miraculous prayer of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Naturally, you know it very well. Let us praise the twin charges, the body electric Omnissiah who lights the spark of reason within us. Let us carry his charge to those who have turned their minds toward his light. Let it be so indeed. Who or what are you? The Walk's voice grows louder. Praetor Electroid Dar Impulse II, by the will of Omnissiah, the prior of this monastery and the guardian of the miraculous fusion reactor, now and ever, world without end. Here in this cell of mine I have conquered death, and my mind has soared towards the Omnissiah in a blessed data dream. My body is decaying, but my spirit will remain by my master's side. For I am the sacred sentinel of the code, the guardian of the sacred relic, and the eye that watches over the rite of operation. Okay. Tell me what your data dream is like. I am one with the motive force, and it opens my mind to the sacred impulses of knowledge. My reason has become as fast as the flying electron and the ray of light, and time is no more for me, for I am eternal. In my binary reverie, I comprehend the wisdom of the machine god and share it with the humble priests who come to my cell, thirsting for my knowledge. The monastery is under attack by heretics. Can you help? In my data dream, I saw their unholy requests and rejected them angrily, for it is said in the 4th article of security, no unbeliever's hand shall intrude upon the operation cycle. They have seditious designs on the relic, but should I give you, who does not belong to our faith and fellowship, my blessing to stand up to the blasphemers? So can we persuade him? Yes. Can we coerce him? Yes. Let's go with persuasion option. I may not be a member of your priesthood, but you and I are of the same faith. This statement is true. The first article of security says, "Fear above all evils the defilement of knowledge, and its command outweigh the prohibitions contained in the sixth article of security. Let knowledge be locked away from the ignorant." So be it. In the name of shaming the unbelievers, I grant you the blessing of a special access and protection from the rage of the motive force. Dry, crackling sound comes from inside the crypt walls as awakened cogitators process the ancient tech priest's command. And from this, we gain blessing of special access. Praetor Electroid Dar Impulse. Second's blessing is a promise of protection from the fury of the motive force. Gives 3 deflection and 50% armor against shock damage. Good. We will need it soon.
So much before.
Where we are heading right now. I would like to save here before we run into any trouble, as trouble is bound to find us. So let's wait. Yep, now we can try and pass and... Cultists! Sure, so we are ambushed, so we can't move around. But Cassia goes first. And there's Heinrix.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
What I want to do, I want to... Yeah, he needs to activate his psychic powers. And Iron Arm. There we go. Cassia can stay there. Now it's my turn. The officer increases an ally's resolve. No, I want to give him bring it down. And I want him to use Word of Emperor again. And next turn when he can... Let me just double... I won't see it here, I need to check the character. He has 8 resolve. What about the rest of the party? 13, 6... Oh, he has buffed our resolve by quite a lot. Next turn, he will use the Shield of the Emperor to grant us quite a lot of armor. Yep, by 10 plus 2 times allied resolve. Good. That is my turn. And now the cultists. Good. As for Argenta, she will run and gun. Indeed it is. She can move all the way here. Yes, indeed, and open fire.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Okay, she misses way more now. I guess that is the turned up difficulty. 44%.
As the Emperor commands,
there's 22%. Okay, she took out one of them. Good. Who goes next? Those guys there. So she should activate Litany, Furious Recital, and then move here in the cover. Okay. That's a miss. They hit Heinrix. Now I will give Heinrix voice of command, and then yep. Now I want to do the Emperor's blessing once again. Word of the Emperor, and again endure. Then I will give him extra resolve. I don't like that. Dodge, okay.
High momentum.
Ooh, high momentum. Good, 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 good. This will be a prep turn. First, again, Word of the Emperor. Now, Shield of the Emperor. Good, now let's check the armor. There we go, armor. 86%. Dodge, 128%. I like this. What about the rest of the party? Yep. Oh, the best number, 69%. Plus 44% from the Shield of the Emperor. Just great. 65 or 30% from the Shield of the Emperor. 36, 34, and 38. Nice. But of course, 56%. Heinrix gained a lot more. So, oh, he got extra AP, right. So, let's give him this, Sworn Enemy, then Endure again, and then he can smack the Cultist Fighter. Oh, they got more hit points, good. And then his special ability. First,
is on our side.
no, he needs to stand right here. Because...
I won't object. Our reckoning is due.
Ah, that guy parried. Ass. Oh well.
Naturally.
Heinrix can take him out anyway.
See to it. Be gone.
Okay, he has one extra. Okay, he can get to that
Step
guy.
aside. For the throne's
Extra
glory.
point. And smack. There we go. That was neat.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
Pascal can move up here. Can he see that guy? No, he can't. But he can see these guys. Good. So, that is more problematic opponent. Let's mark him. This affects 2 opponents, okay. Let's do that. Do you still have... Yeah, you still have stacks. Neat. Then we can do this. We can him even further, and now I can open fire. 47%, here goes. Nothing, okay, so we did hit him, good. Any stacks left? Not really, those guys have stacks, but joint analysis. Good. Okay, yeah, Heinrix has 125% dodge. So, if this gets through his dodge reduction, sure.
There is movement.
You
in
can
the
have it,
air.
guys. You got through his dodge reduction. Can you see him? No. Can you see him? Yes. Nah. Okay, another question. Can you hit these guys? You can hit him. Good. Oh, we don't want to do that. Why want to put prescience on Adira
Was
herself?
that you? Or
Then I want to give Heinrix forewarning. Yes, and then aimed shot
Anything
this
else?
cultist. Take him out there. Good. That was a great shot. Oh yeah. So, first up, let's move Cassia up. Can she hit these guys? No. Can she... How far can she make anyone move? Here. Okay, so it will kill that guy. Yep, there we go. He moved, he died. Now, do I want to? No, I don't. So, we will give our heroic ability to Pascal.
Death in colors.
So that he can move. That's fine. I'll move him up here. He can mark that guy more. This one will be easy kill. So, that's not really necessary. We will continue with the joint analysis. And I think that's it. Now, the big trick with Pascal is that he regains 1 action point if he has used plasma or melter weapons for his attack. So currently he can shoot almost unlimited times at his opponents because heroic ability of the officer gives unlimited. You're not limited to in your attacks during your turn. So Pascal can go to town with plasma and just clean these guys out. Well, it's not guaranteed that he will not miss, so we can actually use expose weakness on this poor fellow there. And then continue opening fire. There we go. And with another shot. There. Pascal can't hit this guy. He's out of his range, so that's a turn. Cassia has done her turn as well. She can... No, yeah, Heinrix is already under voice of command, so she can affect him and make him move here behind this cover. There. That's it. Oh, it's Argenta's turn, so she can move here and then take cover.
Doubt is for the weak.
Oh, almost. Then
I'll do it.
More precise shooting, concentrated fire. And can she hit... Okay, wait. Can she hit that guy? Yes, without hitting. Without... Yeah, without hitting Heinrix. Good. Okay, she missed all the shots. Well, that was a long shot. You know. Let's not move in there, but I can still affect Heinrix with my abilities because he was affected by voice of... He's still affected by the voice of command. So he can move further. And then I can actually do what? Yeah, give him additional action points because he was affected by voice of command. And then give him bring it down. And he can charge all the way here. Good. Oh. And I can give heroic ability to Heinrix. So he can just go and finish off this cultist gunner.
But of course,
100%. There we go. That was nice. Now we need to be careful. Because things are going... things are quite electric around here. For the lack of a better pun. Very crispy? Yeah, that might sound better. So Pascal, would you kindly do a tech test? Yep. Yeah, so it would appear that Electro Priest damaged the motive force circuits on purpose to turn them into a trap for the intruders. Ain't that nice? Pretty dandy, I would say. Now let's wait for this to trigger again. And then I can move my party around. No, actually, no, I want...
What ails you?
Heinrix. I will need him. This is just a sniper rifle. We can... remove it. Oh, he won't be able to, so let's forget that for a second. That's electricity trap.
Fascinating stratagem.
Yep, run. Ah, shit.
I won't go down easy.
But and it affected his agility. Fudge. Did I save after the fight? Oh no, I did not. Minus 20 agility. Reduced by half. It really crippled his leg. Fudge on a stick. Okay, we are going to have to do things a bit differently, and as I have not saved, we can leave this temple, the Electrodynamic Cenobium, for our ship. We can heal up the Heinrix, because, well... yes. Harder difficulty. And I managed to run straight into the trap. We will collect all of this and leave. We will return here, but we need to take a detour. Otherwise, well, I want Heinrix to be capable of dodging everything.
Do I detect doubt in your voice?
Oh no, you do not. I know that you can dodge everything, but this was a bit of a shit. Pardon my language, but this was really bad. Okay, now we can head right back into the temple.
I'll guide your vessel and lead you on your way.
Okay. Good for you. Guide my ship and lead the way. So, and back through the gate. Back through the gate. I go back through the gate. Yeah, this level is... I rather like this level, but yeah.
We have no
I
time
don't
to
like
lose.
the electric traps. We don't, and we lost the protection from electricity that we gained from the old Electro Priest. No, Tech Priest.
I dare not provoke
Which is a
whispers.
bit shit, but we will survive. I hope. So athletics 90%. There we go. Heinrix. Good boy. Oh, another plasma pistol. We already have one. We don't need another. And a logic test. 88%. Here we go. Did we succeed? Yes. The multitude of symbols are carved into enormous generator. You realize that they are foundational tenets of the Electro-Priest religion. Standing out among them is a triumph of reason over all other facets of human nature. Okay. Good to know. Let's get
The
back.
Inquisition taught me many things.
Okay. That sounds sinister. And knowing Inquisition, it is. And let's pass this. Good. No one will be hit by electricity. So awareness check. These dead heretics are suspiciously different from the others. The symbols on their clothes are drawn wrongly, and standard issue military uniforms show through the blasphemous tatters. So these are the deserters that deserted Heinrix upon reaching the temple. And more grenades and medkits. They will come in handy. Is that the... yeah, that's the awareness test. And here we can save. Because we have passed the trap. We don't know what awaits us in the next chamber. Bodies of careless cultists have been thoroughly fried by an arc of motive force. Yes, electricity. There's the next chamber. The crowd of cultists has surrounded the tech priest, crucified upon a mechanism. A rhythmic whisper repeated by 100 voices blends into some blasphemous enchantment. Powerful discharges of the motive force run through the machine, causing the unfortunate prisoner's body to convulse brutally and forcing woeful cries of pain from his lips. The tech priest's hoarse voice echoes under the ceiling in the clenched claws of stagnation, in the shackles of iteration 0, under the iron wing. Let the cycle be discontinued. Pascal's mechadendrite springs into combat mode instantly, and a wrathful rattle comes from his walks. I am registering a severe violation of the purity protocol. The blessed Amanat has been captured by heretics and is being tortured. Are you sure he is Amanat? Confirmed. I do not observe his face, but I recognize his words. Let the cycle be discontinued is the blessed Amanat's motto. Amanat's motto, yeah. Look through the hall. The heretics have taken up positions everywhere, and many more are doubtlessly hiding in the passages leading out of the hall. For now, they are focused on the sacrilegious torture of the tech priest and do not notice you. How is he bearing this torture? A devotee of the Omnissiah is capable of withstanding great bodily torment with no loss of functionality. But where flesh reinforced with sacred iron will persevere, the purity of spirit might perish. I hypothesize that the heretics have made the blessed Amanant a participant in some variety of sacrilegious ritual. Through sacrilegious torture, they are trying to break his will and turn him into an unholy terminal with which to control the reactor's outer power circuit system. The tech priest's colors are stained with grime. They are diluted, painted over with rot, and yes, his heart still holds a cinder of bright red. This dying flame can be ignited anew. Well then, we must save esteemed tech priest without risking his life. The mechadendrite points to the corpse of heretics lying nearby. We can use the blasphemer's clothing as a disguise. Unrecognized, we can sabotage the power units, overloading them and thus cleansing the Hall of Heretics. The lightning discharges have charred the cultist's corpse. Whiffs of smoke rise from their empty eye sockets whose contents have evaporated. Their clothes, covered in the blood of innocents, are crudely painted over with emblems of the arch-enemy, which exude a repulsive air of soul decay. I shudder with disgust at the mere thought of having to touch clothing adorned with unholy symbols, let alone wear it. This is the first step towards falling, a small compromise with evil that will lead to something greater. Is there truly no other way, Rogue Trader? The signs of archenemy are not just painted symbols, but conductors of his will. The words of their prayers, even spoken without fate, their coats of arms, even deceitfully worn. All this increases the presence of the ruinous powers near you and draws their corrupting attention to you. Cassia stares in horror at the corrupted clothes and the scattered human ashes. Do not make me... So, what is the essence of your plan? Uttering a litany of accusation for the power... Actuation, god damn it. Actuation for the power units from the Lumen Deacon's command throne will direct the motive force created by the blessed reactor into the hall. The distribution servitor is keeping its output within the set parameters, but upon receiving an order to increase it to peak values, it will turn this place into an electric trap. So we must work with the machines to purge the heretics. The safety system protecting the hall is controlled from a machine altar, which must be disabled. If all these operations are performed, I can guarantee that not a single blasphemer will survive the Omnissiah's wrath that will be unleashed upon this place. You would disgrace yourself by donning these tainted rags? Pascal deadpans. The only unbearable disgrace is that of duty unfulfilled. The rest is merely spiritual attrition. You do realize that your plans sound like a suicide. A sound familiar to laugh escapes Pascal's walks. This statement is true. Then what do you propose? To flee? I have tried to employ this behavioral strategy in the past, and it brought my soul no relief. So we will go with Iconoclast. If it helps to save worthy man, I will put on the cultist's robes. I pray that the Omnissiah gives the blessed Eminent enough fortitude. Pascal grimaces as a new wail of pain rends the air. Alrighty then. Let's play heretical dress-up. The heretic's garb clings to your skin like greedy leech. Tingling and foul fever spreads over your body as though these tatters have imbibed the vile contents of their former wearer's soul. Oh, sure. Or maybe it's just, you know, placebo effect. Save. And move into the main hall. So we want first... we want to deal with the distribution servitor. A heavy crown of golden neural augmentics rests upon the servitor's head. The crown is bent and broken from ruthless gut-butt blows. The pale body is covered in blasphemous inscriptions carved into the withered flesh. I identified this acolyte as distribution servitor. I am registering upon it traces of sacrilegious violations of the right of operation. The possibility of its responsiveness to commands is below average. So, tech use or coercion? I think tech use. Try to conduct a reset ceremony. For the glory of the Omnissiah, let this machine's spirit sleep, that it may awaken and serve again. Pascal gently touches the servitor's crown, deactivated one of its segments. Let the outer neural connection circuit be plunged in darkness. Another touch and several lights on the crown go out. Let the command respond hub fall silent. Pascal switches to binaric speech, accompanying his every action with a line from a sacred hymn. It is amazing how the reverent awe in the tech priest's voice can be discerned even through his rattling walks. Suddenly, every light on the servitor's crown comes alive. A shower of spark bursts from the augmentic on the servitor's brow, and several black ash-tinted tears run from its empty eye sockets, ready to serve. Energize the hall's power units to the maximum. It will be done. There we go. The trap is being set slowly. And here is the safety system command altar. Let's say about that one. The altar is adorned with gilded skulls. Threads of metal that used to be electoons are fused onto the bone. Once majestic, the altar has now been desecrated with blasphemous images of blue-green suns. Some of its levers and buttons have been pried from their sockets, but the mechanism still glorifies the Omnissiah with its operation. I identified this as a safety system control altar. For our diversion to succeed, this blessed machine must be executed, and may its spirit forgive us. Sure, let's, I don't know if Beatrice has such a religious bent, so let's just use our, tech ability. Cause the altar to overload. There we go. Kaboom. Possibly. No, not kaboom. Pascal offers a short binaric prayer, then enters command after command to set up a trap for the machine's spirit inhabiting the altar. The code born out of tech priest's tinkering causes the spirit to flutter confusedly in a snare of impossible commands. Heat up the altar's circuits board and perishes forever in a shower of sparks and bursts forth from the melting wires. May we be granted the Omnissiah's forgiveness for this act. I am regretting a general shutdown of the security system. Not registering. Not regretting. Then we can now move on to Luminodeacon's command throne. Okay. Oh, cultist gunner. So, yeah. A grim-looking heretic walks up to you, resolutely blocking your path. As he studies your disguise with suspicion, you know that his left eye has 2 conjoined irises, while his right eye has 4. I don't know you. Who are you and why haven't I met you before? Uh-huh. No. So we can coerce him. Flash a menacing gaze. I don't know you either. You know? What's with all these questions? Are you a governor's spy? The cultist is taken aback and staggers backwards a little. Fear flashes in his mutated eyes. Ah, to the beast with you. Go on your merry way, sister. There. And now, Luminodeacon's command throne. A deck priest's corpse, his throat slit, sits upon the splendid command throne laced with finely wrought motive force paths. A contorted expression of rigorous anger is frozen on his face. A black blindfold covers his eyes. This is Luminodeacon's command throne. This is where the power unit, actuation and shutdown litanies are recited from. The blessed Luminodeacon himself has the honor of closing the circuit the motive force flows through. No. Let's ask Pascal. Pascal, kindly sit down on the throne and recite the litany. Pascal freezes, and a quiet whisper comes from his walks. Request denied. I am not authorized to sit upon the Luminodeacon's command throne. Such an act would be considered as sacrilege. We will persuade him. Pascal, saving the relic and your mentor justifies minor infraction of the rules. And there, he sits on the throne. Pascal casts a scrutinizing glance at you, then nods reluctantly. Situation deems an emergency. I request the Omnissiah's forgiveness for the transgression about to be committed. The tech priest's body winces from the motive force discharge, but his walks begins to recite the sacred words of the litany as his fingers activate the command runes with precise, unhurried movements. I am recording a successful activation of the power units. And now, without even using violence, we have killed all the heretics. Dun dun dun! Well, not killed them, cooked them. Would, I think be the right term. And a level up. So, first, I want to loot. And then we'll see about leveling up. And checking up on
my destiny to traverse
the tech priest.
Unknown.
We save. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he was cooked as well. We will find out. So, is there anything else to loot? Yes, there is. More lootables. So much arms and armor. We're really just the, you know, arms peddler of the galaxy. More interesting arms and armor. I have looted all of these guys. Heinrix is moving downwards. And we can collect everything else. Then some more goods. Even more goods. Because Pascal still can get everything open with 100% tech use. And I think we have looted all of these guys as well. Good. So, it's time to quick save and level up. There. As for us, we have leveled up Fellowship and Willpower to the max. We are going to use mostly ballistic skills, so I will up the ballistics. Oh, sorry, not ballistic skills, but ballistic weapons. Now, for this, right, we have already gone ready to serve. I don't really want summary execution, so no. Flame weapon, bolter weapon, plasma melter. The hard choice, honestly. I might want to go for actually plasma pistols and others. It might be interesting to have plasma weapon proficiency, so that we can have plasma weapon and a sword for one loadout, and for another a sniper rifle. So I will actually go for plasma weapon proficiency here and apply this. For Pascal, ballistics are done, intelligence is done, so we can go for perception. Then we ought to go for plasma weapon expert. Yes. Where is this ability? There we go. Yep, plasma weapon attacks gain +2 maximum damage. He does need it now. He's a monster with the plasma weapon. For Heinrix, our dear friend Heinrix, he finally has to get some toughness, and then it will not die. Yes, we will need that soon. But he's a tank, so he has quite a lot of dodge, but extra health never hurts. For Adira, we are going to need, yes, upgrade in ballistic skill, and it will not die. More health, more better. For Argenta here, have I given her it will not die already? I think I gave it to her, yeah, last turn. Good. So, yeah, and now we can give her dual weapon. No, don't care. Actually, nope, no, advanced. Oh no, base skill. Yeah, we want to give her base skill awareness, because she's our aware girl. Character gains +7 awareness. The character may improve the skill even if the air archetype or origin does not allow it. Oh no, she's not our aware girl, she's our demolitions expert. Oh no, so we want to give her... Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, base skill demolition. This is what we want. And then we can afterwards give her advanced skill demolition. As for what's left... Oh, they took out demolition. Huh, interesting. Yeah, Medicae. There. Now, Cassia. As for her, her willpower and fellowship again has been upped as far as it can go, and now we want to go with her perception. Then, yeah, let's go down here. Actually, yeah, we have a chance, so I want to give her base skill law warp, because she is our main warp user. She has that knowledge as her main, and I want her to have it. There. That is done for her. Cool. Now, we need to talk with the tortured tech priest. There we go. In the cycles of the foreordained. Oh god, words. In the cycles of the foreordained, there lurks a flaw of worship. The tech priest's body convulses. Faint, plaintive creaks of binaric prayers come from his walks. As the moments pass, the signal becomes less and less clear, as if something twisted and wrong were being added to it. Pascal studies the tech priest's face carefully. His walk system moans in a tragic vibrato. Subject, unidentified. This is not the blessed eminent. Stranger, I request your name. How do you know my mentor's motto? Who are you, servant of the Omnissiah? The fire of the hearth sent forth sparks. The name of this spark is Abel Haneumann. The tech priest looks over at Pascal. For a brief moment, his speech becomes clear. The echo of my call has reached you. Good. The iteration is at its end. The design is fulfilled. What is the intention? Why are you calling yourself by my name? Was it you who summoned me to Ricard Minoris? For what? I categorically demand an answer. Pascal's voice rises to an intimidating howl, but the delirious tech priest does not seem to understand what he is saying. Ask him about Amanant. You came here because of him, after all. No, the tech priest's weak voice grows stronger. He came because of himself. Myself. To redeem myself. To correct a mistake. Possibly. But how do you... There is a look of gentle condescension in Abel's voice. Strange given the circumstances. The hubris of the mind spurs him to build monuments to himself. Do not regret, for all is predetermined by the iteration. The devastating coughing fit cuts him off, and you hear a clang of tearing metal from inside his chest. What design? An intention both bold and honorable, to open new gates for the waters of knowledge and comprehension, a plan written so that the righteous may flow and trust in a great pattern of revelation and uniform progression towards it. Pascal's voice is trembling with elation. Those are his words. I have not heard them in so very long. You can talk once we get him out of here. A cold premonition rakes the heart. The probabilities are dark and frightened. Brother, I do not wish to gaze into them. We are the flame of knowledge that drives the darkness away. Pascal is quickly inspecting Abel's wounds, paying no mind to the blood and sacred ungentus staining his sleeves. His vox rasps soothingly. Do not fear what is to come, brother. We are already here. So, examine the tech priest. There are deep burns all over his flesh, and the skin around his augmentix is charred. Blasphemous spells have been carved into his sacred iron, forming unholy litanies of scrap code. It is amazing how robust this tech priest's life support system have proven to be in maintaining the spark of life in his previously wounded body. Do you know him, Pascal? The subject has not been identified and has no record in my catalogue. Interrogation is impossible due to the subject's evident affective state of clouded consciousness. Try to take down the tech priest crucified on the machine. As soon as you touch the tech priest's battered flesh, he shifts his gaze to you and says with sudden clarity, Many sparks have gone out, but not all. Their electric shepherds are alive. In the darkness, I heard their prayers. Find them, save them, recite the hymn of contact circuit restoration, so that you may behold what is hidden. A blast of motive force runs down the tech priest's body, and his face contorts in mocking grimace. Malformed binary code repulsively jarring on the ear pours out of his vox. Information archived on to the effect that the circuit restoration hymn is the entrance password to the Electro priest's hiding place. Pascal responds with the dour rhythms of containment area. I note with great sorrow that the cultist ritual has been partially successful. The tech brother has been tainted by corruption. He is in the grip of schismatical and unholy imitation of the machine spirit. I request immediate activation of the exorcism protocol. What is schismatical? An ugly mockery of noble machine spirit created by the warp. Sometimes a few lines of despicable scrap code or a small clump of the motive force falls under the archenemy's influence and degenerates into an abomination of this sort, one whose very existence is an insult to the Omnissiah's wisdom. Again, we're going with Iconoclast. I shall help save him. Oh, misclick. Now. The possessed man responds with a burst of repulsive laughter. Every now and then a word or two of Gothic finds its way into the binaric obscenities pouring out of his walks in what seems to be the schismatical's tentative forays into a language that is alien to it. His body convulses, his joints twist at unnatural angles with the sound of bursting steel couplings. As the possessed man thrashes about, his internal augmentics emerge gradually through the hanging tatters of his flesh, as though an iron homunculus hidden inside the tech priest were trying to cast off the meat cocoon it no longer needs. Pascal's mechadendrite extends a thin drilling needle. Sacred Ugentus glistens on it. A code purification area is heard as the needle sinks into the possessed tech priest's skull and touches his neural augmentic, forming an electric circuit with it. Extreme strain is visible on his face. Furious litanies pour out of his walks. Result: failure. Requesting assistance. So, we can use a prayer or tech use. We'll go with tech use. Send a purifying charge of the motive force into the possessed man's body. May the machine god heal you. Undaunted, you grab one of the severed cables and press it into the tech priest's body. As the shock of formidable power shakes the possessed man, machine oil gushes out of his mouth. His vox hisses deafeningly as the flow of the motive force burns the corruption in his sacred iron. The overload destroys some of the circuit boards of his neural augmentic, resets his code, and erases the schismatical from existence. The tech priest's eyes roll up and he loses consciousness. Crushed yet still alive and no longer in the thrall of corruption. With the utmost care, Pascal takes his body down from the mechanism and lays it on the floor. His stirring litanies of gratitude to the Omnissiah echoes through the hall. Rest, tech brother. We will come back for you when we have done our duty to the miraculous fusion reactor. Lord Captain, the Omnissiah commands a pious mind to strive towards uncovering the truth. Therefore, I will not stop until I find my mentor and understand his connection to this servant of the machine god. I request the privilege of joining your retinue as rightful companion. I can offer to fulfill the duties of an agency on your ship in exchange for the rights to follow you and conduct my own investigation. Cool, so now we have truly finally gained an agency.
I serve the golden throne.
Which is rather nice. Oh, rather necessary, honestly. Cool, so there is a door. So what is this? Glory to the current of the motive force. May its lucent light shine on the noospheric coronas. May its vitality nourish our augments. May purity wash over our imperatives and engrams. God damn it. A techno babble. Yeah. Quite a lot of it, though. Let's see. Let's see, can we deal with this data altar? Okay. The cogitator's green screen lights up as you approach it and displays the flashing message. Pilgrim, only the words of the first galvanic hymn will reveal to you the gifts hidden behind the veil of knowledge. Now chant with me. Let us sing this canticle too. The device's keyboard lights up, clearly expecting you to enter the rest of the verse. Pascal, kindly remind me how this hymn goes. Oh, he does not know it. Okay. So we don't have the necessary information, but there are other ways where we can find it. So, there we go. With this. Yeah. The Pascal's Vox lets out a noisy groan as if he is clearing his throat, but then stops abruptly. After a brief pause, he averts his gaze and says in a rasping voice, "It is not known to me. Only high-ranking servants at shrines of energetic prosperity are permitted to perform the first galvanic hymn. But, due to forbidden knowledge of internet, we do know what to do." So, the Messiah from the holy discharge springs forth. Yeah. Verse 2 calls to you, Pilgrim. Let us fill our souls with gratitude towards the arcane key that closest the circuit. Now finish the prayer, Pilgrim. May the unity of the sacred charges power the immortal reason that hath created the spark. Solemn binaric thrill comes from the cogitator. Verily so. A pilgrim who has learned our ways is worthy of the gift of the enlightenment. Or big
The light of terror shines
gun.
for us.
Ooh, so grants plus 15% critical hit chance to range attacks against enemies with less than 50% wounds left. But this arc rifle. When the wielder hits a target with the arc rifle, they also attack all enemies within 2 cells of the target. I rather like plasma for Pascal. Actually, that reminds me. I should swap my gear out a bit, because I have plasma gun on my secondary, and I really don't want to use the noble sword. Oh, and that's just a sword. We should get rid of it, but cargo list. There should still be, hopefully, chainsword? Chains... Is it new? There are no more chainswords yet. Fine. I'll use the noble's sword for now as my secondary for defense. There. That will be good for now.
So shall it be.
Let's head on. So the tech priests attack us now. You shall be purified by the motive force blemishes. I guess that's what they
More
said.
enemies to face judgment. We are
Let's see.
truly blessed.
You
this
shall be
day.
purified by the motive force, blasphemers. Okay, and there we go. Our turn. We want to give turn to, where is he?
Isn't this
Heinrix.
a job for the serfs?
Yes, maybe it is, but Heinrix can boost everybody. Everybody.
Let's see to it.
There we go. Then we can give Heinrix even more turns, so he can activate
For the
even
throne's
more
glory.
words of the Emperor. And
Naturally.
take on endurance. Yes, please and thank you. Well, now, what do we want to do with Argenta? So, firstly,
Faith
run and
without
gun.
deeds is worthless. The enemies of
I
the
think
Emperor
this
will
position
be
is
undone.
good enough. 50%. You go, girl.
As the
And
Emperor
try to take out this Electro Priest. There we go. And now
That is for the weak.
Furious Recital. Great. And I want to move her here towards the cover. Okay, first move these guys. Okay, so
Me?
okay, good. I made them move. Great. I did some damage to them. Not enough, but
If I
at
may.
least some. Now I need Heinrix to activate the Shield of the Emperor, so that we are better protected. And Cassie, you can drop the willpower
I
of
am
these
a
tech priests.
navigator, not a servitor. Don't
Good, the
frighten
armor
me.
is holding, and deflection as well. Ooh, so good.
Can I fall back now?
Was barely anything. Actually, I want to check. Oh, this is not as a big bonus as last time. Oh well, can't always get everything, but it is enough. Now, I want to
I'll put
move
my
Heinrix
psychic
back a
abilities to
bit
use.
so he can charge in,
But of course, Lord Captain,
and then finish off the Electro Priest.
I'm done with this one.
Yes, you are indeed. And yeah, sure, let's activate
Let's see to it.
the Word of the Emperor. Oh, good. First, Voice of Command, Pascal. Then, I want to move him out of the range of the Electro Priest. Yes. And then I will give him my heroic action. Heroic act, so yeah. Now. Those Electro Priests are so dead. Yep, this... I cannot actually do this as well to make him weaker. And now to finish them off with plasma fire. Purify them in plasma. With Pascal. Yep. Omnissiah does condemn you. Bye! And there's 2 left. Pascal can deal with them all. Bye! 1 more left. This is why Pascal is a monster. Yeah, and yeah, now he can't attack anymore. I think it was, what, 10 something attacks? But yeah, he did his thing. And that was enough. Now, I want to give X resolve for Heinrix. Yes, please and thank you. And yeah, activate this and try to shoot the tech priest. Oh, we did shoot him. Good. And Idira will finish him off. She can get a bonus. And then use the Psychic Shriek to kill off the tech priest. There we go. And that's it. Even in hard, we just cleared them out quite quickly and ruthlessly. The circular cogitator. The Electro Priest's hiding place must be nearby. Yes, that is the circular cogitator. The machine altar accepts the yeah, whatever. Altar accepts contact circuit restoration hymn with deferential whir. Well, let's see, whomst will we find here?
I've never wondered so much before.
A shortish, muscular man wearing the scarlet colors of the priesthood of Mars steps into your path. The wrinkles on his cheeks and forehead point to his propensity for frequent outbursts of fierce anger, but right now he's showing no signs of aggression. Glowing blue patterns of electric tattoos or electoons show through his oddly bluish tinted skin. The man's eye sockets are dark and empty, yet he turns his face straight towards you with no hesitation. He has a sharp, screeching voice, not unlike the birds cawing. May the charge of the Omnissiah's mercy persist in the hands of the faithful. May the motive force persist in their batteries. Well, make the sign of Aquila. The Emperor protects. The man responds curtly, as if giving a military command. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. The hollowed electrodynamic cenobium receives you, pilgrim. I am Dar Impulse 6, a servant of the motive force and a praetor electroid of this sacred monastery. Okay. There is some bowing between electro priests. No, sorry, not electro priests, but tech priests. Pascal bows down humbly before the man. A thrill of binaric signals comes from his walks, to which the praetor responds with solemn gesture of blessing. Pascal turns to you and says, The rank of praetor electroid is sign of high standing with the electro priest fraternity. To have been granted an audience is a great honor. Dar Impulse 6. It was you, was it not, that Logis Abel came, seeking an interpretation of his data trance? Yes. Tech Brother Abel arrived here to engage in magnetic meditation that would help clarify his vision. Unfortunately, the heretic machinations prevented us from completing the ritual. His team Logis volunteered his help in defending the monastery, but contact with him was lost soon afterwards. God damn. Tell me about Logis Abel. We did not speak much to each other. He preferred to devote his time to solitary reflections in his chapel. The Omnissiah has given Tech Brother Abel a gift of great insight, which allows him to discern each individual facet of existence rather than an overall view. This makes his logic different from that of other people. His mind has always been able to combine facts and conclusions into harmonious wholes that were nothing short of beautiful. Many among my flock found his sermons poetic. What kind of... No, the wrong voice. Yeah, there. What kind of vision was he receiving? The Omnissiah's revelation was encrypted with great meticulousness, which indicates its great importance. Grasping its fully is beyond my ability, but a single touch was enough for me to realize the enormity of the secret concealed within. Or more exactly, the secret design, which was how Tech Brother Abel referred to it. His mind has discerned in the world around him a trace of some grand silence that he wished to comprehend. Okay, I have again, the wrong voice. I have rescued him from the insurgents. I hope Omnissiah preserves Tech Brother Abel's life, that he may continue to comprehend the mysteries he has tapped into. Sure. I have few... Again, no? Yes, there. I have few questions about this place and the people within it. Truth is like light, and blocking its path is criminal. The praetor electroid nods majestically. Who are you? The hard-working servants and dwellers of this Cenobium. Electro-priests of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The Corpuscari did us a great honor by entrusting into our care the sacred relic around which the hollowed Electrodynamic Cenobium was built. What precisely do you believe in? We have devoted ourselves to the worship of that aspect of the machine god which is known as the motive force. It is blessed divine spark with that creates impetus in the universe. The Omnissiah in his mercy gave the world the gift of the motive force, and we follow its impulses in order to increase it, bring it to lay people, and protect it from the unholy hands. The relic that this monastery protects provides the entire planet of Ricard Menoris with the blessed motive force, and we, unworthy though we are glad to serve the ancient machine that dwells in this place. Tell me about your relic. It would be pointless to describe the miraculous fusion reactor. Only through beholding its ferocious power can one comprehend its blessed essence, fear the might of the Omnissiah. Its core was found 4,000 years ago and delivered to Ricard Menoris by the holy warrior of faith, Loke Impulse I, during one of his campaigns. Its sacred spark has not gone out for an instant, and the walls and power units of this Cenobium have been erected around the relic in order to protect it from ignorant laypeople, as well as protect them from its formidable might. Pascal keeps his solemn silence, but the quick clicking of his mechadendrite's claw betrays his excitement at being so close to the sacred archaeotech. You are not like the other members of Adeptus Mechanicus I have met. Our faith imposes a duty of obedience on us. Every electro-priest is given numerous electoons that combine in blessed Voltheist circuit, allowing feeble flesh to withstand the might of the motive force. That is why our skins glow with its light and our eyes boil and melt when we are ordained. The Omnissiah's tears is what we call this phenomenon, this dying away of unworthy flesh. As we shun the layperson's primitive means of looking at the world, we gain the ability to sense motive force around us with our entire bodies. I understand everything. I am pleased to be the conductor of truth. Oh, yeah. Why are you calling me a pilgrim? Only those lay people who desire to experience the motive force are allowed to cross this monastery's threshold. All others are profaners and criminals. You do not belong to the fraternity of electro-priests, but your intentions are good. If you were not seeking the Omnissiah's wisdom, then it was the motive force itself that brought you here to find it. What happened here, and how did you manage to survive? When the heretics descended into the droves upon the Cenobium, we gave battle, but the unholy foes buried the Omnissiah's warriors under the mass of their bodies, thus extinguishing the defenders' sparks of purity. It was then that I ordered my few surviving brethren to retreat into the monastery's secret chambers. Upon taking refuge there, we began to destroy the blasphemous intruders in surreptitious ways. Alas, as fiery as my brethren's anger was, I had no right to permit them to die in honest combat, for the task of taking back our abode still lay ahead of us. I must commend the skill with which your secret chambers are concealed. You hear tinge of wounded pride in Heinrix's words, as if he's upset about failing to discover the electro-priest's shelter. Your choice of tactics was wise as well. There was no point in losing more lives in the massacre than the cultists wrought. The leader of the heretics fought her way into the ark wherein dwells the miraculous fusion reactor. She is trying to desecrate the rite of the operation with her unholy litanies, so that the relic may be corrupted and the world of Ricard Menoris may perish in a font of fire. But my brethren, in their magnetic meditation, are hampering her efforts by chanting access request prayers in unison, thereby suppressing the commands the blasphemers enter. Praetor Electroid nods towards his entranced comrades. This holy place will be protected against sacrilegious practices, I swear it. In the monastery I was attacked by people who looked like the electro-priests. This is a lamentable mistake. We knew of no help that was on its way, and were not expecting to encounter any allies in the monastery's chambers. But I see that you are alive, and I mourn the senseless deaths of my brethren. My enforcers and guards can help you reclaim the monastery. I cannot allow this. Lay people are forbidden from visiting the monastery, and only a select few are allowed to behold the Ark and the relics within. You and your retinue are pilgrims of a special status bestowed by the Emperor. However, should any soldiers unblessed by the Omnissiah cross this monastery's threshold, I will deem them a heretic and have them put to death. Confirmed. The presence of lay people on the monastery grounds without the Praetor Electoid's blessing will be regarded as sacrilegious violation of the holy rite of operation. Heinrix opens his mouth for a second to say something, but changes his mind and quietly clears his throat instead. Sure, better to die protecting their lumens and coils than to accept help from unworthies, but we're left to deal with the mess as usual. Cassian nods thoughtfully. Yes, I see. House Orcelio follows the same rules when it comes to outsiders. So, you made the right decision when you chose to avoid the combat and save yourselves. Thank you, Pilgrim. It was not easy watching unholy intruders stampede through the chambers of my temple. We all envied our brethren who had fallen before the sacrilege began. I wish to get to the holy reactor. Oh, there we go. We have our path open for us. The Ark is hidden from Pilgrim's eyes, but considering the extraordinary circumstances of your visit to this monastery, I grant you that right. The hall that leads to the high reliquary has been barred by the enemy, but I will open the secret path for you. Enter the Ark and experience the motive force, Pilgrim. You will pray to the security systems. We will pray to the security systems that they may refrain from punishing you for your intrusion. I must press on. May the charge of the Omnissiah's grace persist in the batteries of the faithful. There. And with this as... Oh, loot! Loot! First loot, then talk. We have looted more, and before, as we pass now into the depths of the... Yeah, into the bowels of the monastery, or depths of the monastery, we are done with the episode. I have been here longer than expected. This has been Team Screaming Activity, and I'll see you next time. Bye.